Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, if you are the Brothers Grimm, if you are the Baby Oil Bandits, if you are the children, both adopted and biological, of Sean Diddy Combs, and by children, I mean grown sons, it seems like you have finally caught up to getting a cease and desist order against the Kim Porter book. The only thing is, in your cease and desist order, you guys are saying the book doesn't exist, but then you end it by saying, but even if it does exist, it's still our right and property. Now, hear me out on this, right? I don't know whether the book exists or not. Oddly enough, I don't think anybody close to Kim knows whether it exists or not. Nobody knows what Kim was up to or doing. They only know what she let them see. What she let them see. Now, she could have let them see everything. She could have let them see nothing. Those kids, especially, don't know. Ask us how much of us know what our parents are actually up to. Hold on. But I will just say, I think it's a bit too premature for anybody to say that Kim wasn't writing a book because even the people going to court with the cease and desist, and again, these are these kids' rights to do it. I wouldn't want anybody publishing my mama's diary are saying that even if it does exist, it's our property, which is also true because at the end of the day, it is property of Kim Porter's estate. Now that said, let's actually get into what they're saying because they're sending conflicting stories, conflicting everything. Now, listen, a shout out to Valerie Renee for sending this. Diddy sends issue a cease and desist order over the Kim Porter book. Again, if the book doesn't exist, why are you saying it might be our mom's? Again, it just shows you guys are not 100% sure, but you're covering all your legal bases. Diddy's sons, when they're not trying to jump and beat up Ray J and try to intimidate everybody, even though ain't nobody scared because they look like the three blind mice, um, says you can't sell Kim Porter's book and threaten Arthur over the alleged diary. This is directly an exclusive from TMZ. Um, and you know, anything coming from an exclusive with TMZ is coming straight from Diddy's people's mouths. But you know what? Let's get into this. Diddy's sons are waging their own legal battle now, warning a man who's hawking a Kim Porter book, allegedly based on her diary, to shut it down or face a lawsuit. Now, clearly, this lawsuit is financed, I would imagine, by Diddy because, correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't Diddy finance all the kids' lives? On top of that, the raids at the Bureau of Prisons have shown that Diddy and the calls that Diddy made from the Bureau of Prisons is showing that Diddy is running every single thing that his kids do and telling everybody in detail what they should actually be doing. So I look at them as just nothing but cat's paws to get the chestnut out the fire for Diddy. Shout out if you know what I am talking about with the cat's paw reference. Also, since we do know that Diddy is probably funding this and even running this little charade, if you want to call it that, just because there's a cease and desist, I'm waiting for the lawsuit to be filed. And even with the lawsuit, I'm waiting to see what happens because we have learned from reading all the Diddy documents, listening to victims, that Diddy's main play is to do something and then threaten that his lawyers will bankrupt you, destroy you, do all this stuff. And if that don't work, then he got people in the street that will destroy you and bury you. So again, when it comes to Diddy, yeah, I'll believe it when it goes in front of a court of law. Christian and Quincy fired off a cease and desist letter to a guy named Courtney Burgess and his attorney Ariel Mitcher over Kim Porter Tell It All, a book currently sold online under the pseudonym Jamal Millwood. In a letter obtained by TMZ, the Combs brothers say they became the rightful heirs and owners of Kim's intellectual property rights following her death in November 2018, and therefore her purported diary entries belong to them. But again, I thought it didn't exist. I thought there was no diary. I thought Kim wasn't writing a book or manuscript. Or was that just people talking around and the sheep that want to believe the dumbest reason? We're like, oh, well, they said. Really? What else did he say? He says he's innocent. He says that he's being taken down. He says he's being targeted by the government. Is that true too? Anyway, as they point out, Courtney himself did a bunch of interviews to promote the book, claiming it was an original unedited copy of her diary memoir. He's He's alleged he got a flash drive from people who were close to Kim and printed it without any edits to produce the book. Hold on, let me go buy this book. One sec. I can't find the book to buy. I can't find the book to buy. I saw it on an eBay auction, but they changed the name of Kim Porter's Lost Words to Kim Porter Tell It All. Is it the same book? Let me start going down the thing because now I want to read what they say they own, right? Anyway, in a letter obtained by TMZ, the Combs brothers say they became the rightful heirs and owners of Kim's intellectual property rights following her death in November 2018, and therefore her purported diary entries belong to them. As they point out, Burgess did a bunch of interviews to promote the book, claiming it was the original unedited copy of her diary memoir. He alleged he got a flash drive from people who were close to Kim and printed it without any edits to produce the book. Quincy and Christian are shooting down that narrative, saying the whole flash drive tale is patently false and misleads the public. But in the letter, they add if it were true, the flash drive would belong to them as Kim's heirs. So let me get this straight. I see the way they're walking around this. You guys are saying that there is actually some sort of diary stuff and that you guys own it. You're also saying that the flash drive doesn't exist. But again, you're playing semantics because even you are saying there's something that has this, but we don't think it's a flash drive. We think that part's a lie. I see the way y'all playing in between. So you're saying, oh, that's a lie, the flash drive. Okay, but what if it was written in a Word document? Is that true? Because why are you saying you own something that doesn't exist? Um, They spoke to Burgess and Mitchell a few weeks ago in New York City, where they told us they met with federal prosecutors. Were told the Fed seized his phone, which contained a copy of the flash drive data used for the book. So I'm guessing, however, he got the book, it was transferred to a flash drive, and the flash drive actually. So I think that's where the flash drive came from. Again, I'm on the fence of whether Aria Mitchell and Courtney Burgess are ops because I find it odd that they're suing every lawyer, but they haven't gone after Aria Mitchell's law license. They have, and they literally said this woman came patently to the court of law with nothing. But okay. They said Kim and Diddy's sons are now putting Burgess on the clock. They say he has 5 days to shut down the online sell the book, stop doing interviews, making his false claims, and turn over any of Kim's possessions he claims to have. They also want an accounting of any money he's already made off the book. The unspoken threat is here. A lawsuit could be the Combs brothers' next move. Listen, these people are so big and bad. Why is it an unspoken threat? You don't need to ask his permission. You can go straight to legal. You know that. We know that. So what's really going on? I do want to say one thing. I hope everybody that said that book doesn't, that these notes doesn't exist, I hope y'all feel stupid for following a Diddy narrative because unless I'm reading the TMZ article wrong, Diddy's old sons think something's there and they're arguing that they own it. Now, they do say that they don't think it was a flash drive, but they're saying whatever things from her diary, notes, memoir, they own it and they want it actually returned and they want all sales of books stopped and they want the money from it. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, what have we learned? Well, Diddy and his people can't be believed. They play in the gray area. And as much as they like to accuse everybody of misleading, it seems like that's what they do best. Y'all, listen, stay woke. I'm not saying that Diddy's team and his kids are always lying. I am saying this time it seems to me that they were the ones misleading. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.